Hello, mere mortals. Welcome to FanCastic, our Authors Aside episode, first one of season 2, fitting with our dark academia theme. I am so excited to talk to Lauren Cate Leake. She is the author of the Dread Descendant series, not just one book, but she is almost up to 3 books in this series. Lauren Cate came across my feed, I would say a couple years ago, maybe a year ago, on TikTok, on Book Talk, when Dread Descendant was first coming out. It came across my feed. It was marketed correctly to a Slytherin. This book is highly advertised as a Slytherin, Tom Riddle, Harry Potter-esque book. I knew I wanted to get it. It was on my list. And when I went to Enemies and Lovers in Mesa, Arizona, this past spring, I was walking through. It was such a last minute thing that I was added to that event that I was walking through. I looked over and I saw the Dread Descendant and I saw her booth and I saw her and I beelined, ran over there and was like, oh my gosh, I've wanted to read your book. I'm a Slytherin. I get it. Let me buy your book. I would love to have you on the podcast. And I was like, I have a fan casting podcast. And her first response was, oh, I already have a fan cast for my book. And I was like, sick. Absolutely. Please come on and talk to me. So we've set it up for our first Authors Aside for the season, a really special guest. I'm so excited to talk to her about the Dread Descendant. Now, I've only read book 1. I have not read The Dread Prince yet. It is on my list. And then newly announced, she has book 3, The Dread King. Just a little bit about her before I bring her in. Lauren Cate, or Elsie, she writes dark fantasy. She has a background in performing arts, and she is a classically trained singer and dancer. She's been in the bookish community as an author for almost 2 years now, and it has been the most fun, exciting, and rewarding thing she has ever done. Blows my mind that she's only been a part of the community for 2 years. That's crazy. She seems like such a seasoned author. She is always at a Barnes & Noble doing a signing. She has tours all over the place, signing things. I have a signed copy from her, and she put a lot of thought into the creation of this book, and I am a big fan of when authors take the extra mile, especially independent authors. So without further ado, let's bring in Lauren Cate. Hi, Lauren Cate. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome to FanCastic. I'm super excited. You're actually the second author I've ever had on here, and you're my first author for my second season.
I'm so excited to be here and talk to you. So,
My gosh, I knew immediately when I met you at the Enemies to Lovers in Arizona that I had to have you on there. And something that we're going to get to in this interview is you're going to share your fan cast with me for some of your main characters, because that is the second thing you said to me. I said, I want you to come on my podcast. I have a fan casting podcast. When I read this, do you want to fan cast this together? And you said, girl, I already have a fan cast. And I was like, perfect. So I
that's
knew
really,
I knew right away that we would hit it off, and I dove into my copy, my signed copy, right away. And before we talk specifically about the Dread Descendant series, not just the book, but 1, 2, and soon to be 3.
nice, right?
Wild, wild. I just want to know a little bit about you. Who is Lauren Cate Leake? Who is LC? What is the Dread Descendant? So, when did you start writing?
So, I have the earliest memories I have of writing are probably about 4th to 6th grade. I started writing myself into like Sailor Moon, and I would write these My Chemical Romance fan fiction.
Ma'am, stop the presses. Stop the presses.
Yeah,
Stop the presses. That is my favorite band. Are we best friends?
that's fun.
Did we just become best friends? You used to write My Chemical Romance fan fiction?
Like on by hand, because I don't even think we maybe had a desktop at that time, but like this is like 2004, 2005.
Prime MCR time? Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been writing for a long time, but never in a way that I took seriously until about 3 years ago. I read the Avatar series that summer, and I was, like, so inspired
Yeah,
that
you mean
I was
fantasy book crack? Yeah, it's like the gateway drug to to fantasy
every
books.
day. Yeah, mhm. It
Literally.
any like, "I really wanna read." I'm like, "Here's my copy of A Court of Thorns and Roses."
Yeah, that's how I got into it. My friend Gina gave it to me and I went, "What is this Beauty and the Beast junk? I love it. Give me more."
It totally inspired me, and I had all these writings and different things at that time, and so it inspired me to just sort of actually put in the effort and, like, finish something out and try to edit it and make it a thing that was its own thing and not just a endless documents of fan fiction meets some original ideas I had with, I just tried to make my own thing and didn't know what I was doing at all. But it's 2 years later, and I'm still learning.
It's 2 years later, you're still learning, and you're releasing your 3rd book this fall.
Yes,
That's
November
something
14th.
November 14th. Ooh, 14's my lucky number. You are so impressive. I cannot believe this, that you have been part of the bookish community for only 2 years and are releasing your 3rd book. You have an audiobook out. You have merch that, by the way, I'm sorry, let's just plug your merch for a second. Your merch is to die for.
Thank
It's
you.
so cute. I will be getting that little Viper sweatshirt. I want that little Viper sweatshirt so bad.
So
It's
cute.
so cute. It's so cute. I'm
One of
ordering it. You've got keychains, you've got bookmarks, you've got stickers, you've got the fan art is incredible. And we're going to see a little bit about that and shout out your artist because it's holy cow.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh,
So much
she's
talent.
who she's incredible. And yeah, like you've built this fandom already within 2 books, within 2 years, and it's incredible. I think that's something that really drew me to picking this book up because it had buzz, it had people talking about it. It had this yeah, it had art, it had merch, it has you have your Swifties are your little vipers. Like you have a fan club. Like you have a discourse. Like it's really great to see an author put in that much thought and work into everything. Um, Now you mentioned you started writing in 4th to 6th grade fan fiction. When did you know? Because I know you have a background in theater, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. You are a classically trained singer and a dancer, but now you're a writer. When did you know that you wanted to make the switch? Did you go to school for theater? Did you go to school for writing? When did that kind of change happen?
Yeah. I did theater my whole life, as long as I can remember. My mom was a big theater person. She was a dance teacher. I was in voice and ballet from as young as I can remember. I've done 100 shows, over 100 shows at this point in my life. I did theater in college. I moved to New York when I was 25-ish and just was like, this is what I'm supposed to be pursuing. This is what everyone's told you your whole life you're supposed to be doing. So you're going to go and do it. And I got there and I was just so unhappy, not just with New York, but just with the goals that I had in general weren't me. And
Hmm.
I love, and I will always love performing, but it just didn't feel like I didn't have, you ever seen the movie Center Stage?
Yes. Yep.
God,
I love that
there's a
movie.
line good. But there's a line that the one of the ballerinas Maureen says in the end where she's just like, I don't have the heart. She quit because she's just like, I know that I'm really good at this, but I don't want it. And I moved back home and was just kind of like, what am I supposed to be doing? I don't really know. And that's when I started reading again and fell back in love with fantasy. And during COVID, I got on my old laptop and pulled up bunch of old writing and stuff that I worked on and dabbled with and never told anyone that I was doing because that was just like my little secret thing. And then like I read Akatar and I was like, you know what? You should give this a try because you really love it and you really love the idea of talking to other people about it and bringing other people the same joy and like artistic release that it's brought you. So
Yeah.
I was like, if I get, one person in my DMs that's like, "Hey, I really like this," that would that would have garnered success for me. So I did it, and yeah, here we are.
Yeah. And I think there's something to be said about actors who move into a different side of the creative business that where they have more creative control, right? Over, hi, I'm here. Do you want me to work for you? Am I good enough? You say, no, 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 no. I'm not subjecting myself to that anymore. I went through the same journey, girl. I moved to New York when I was 25. I lived in New York. We probably were at Ripley Greer together for some open call for like Guys and Dolls or something. Like we probably were outside Ripley Greer on 8th Avenue signing up on the non-equity list. 100%. That's probably what I was like. She looks familiar. I've probably seen you these open calls. But there's something to be said. Like I did the same thing. I was there and I was getting up at 4 a.m. I was opening a coffee shop. I was standing in line. I was trying to get seen. I walked in and I was told to sing 32 bars. And by the time I got there, they said, cut it down to 8. And I was like,
Well,
you don't know. You're not going to know if I'm good enough from that. Like, this is ridiculous. And so I moved into the music creation, podcast creating, something that I have control over so I can talk to people about things that everyone likes. And it sounds like you did this very same thing with writing. You said, I needed this creative outlet. I want to share it with people because that's why we were actors, right? Like we want to share our love of art and roles and other worlds with people and we want to bring them with us. And you get to do that now with stories and it's took off. Like, girl, you're going to Barnes and Noble doing signings. Like, that's the are you like, do you ever just like stop and go, what the hell? How did I get here?
yeah. A couple weeks ago, when I was in Phoenix area again, Saturday I had a Barnes and Noble signing, and that was fantastic. And
Yeah.
then Sunday we were at the shop, which is such a cute indie bookstore, awesome.
Mhm.
And when it was said and done, I like my two friends that travel with me, Judith and Amanda, were sort of up talking, and everyone was just having a good time. It was kind of the end of it, and I was just still sitting at the table by myself. And I had this total, like, emotional, reflective moment that was like, I'll never forget exactly how the room looked in that moment. Like, I'm tearing up thinking about it because
Mhm.
I was like, "This is really cool, and it's happening to you." And I just had this, like, immense gratitude, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna catalog this forever because I don't ever wanna forget." And none of that would be possible with people reading my books or caring at all, but it was very cool to feel that.
The booth I was at with Brittany in Arizona was like kitty corner to yours. And I had so much fun. This is going to sound so creepy. I had so much fun just watching you, I guess. There's no fun way to say that. Because you could see like the joy and the wonder on your face of like, oh my God. Like there was no sense of like imposter syndrome. There was no sense, which I'm sure you have, we all do, but there was no sense of that. There was this confidence. There was this joy that people, every time someone would walk up to your table, you were like ready and like so excited to welcome them and know who they are. And when I beelined straight over there, I immediately, and maybe because I've seen you at Ripley Greer and I actually do know you, felt like I knew you. I was like, I feel like I know her. And I think it's yeah. And I think it's because your online presence as an author has been there since you started, which is amazing. You've, like I said, built this community of these books and this world and the we'll get into some of the negative Nancy's on the internet that you'll have to deal with. But overall, like I think the rating on Goodreads is like 4.37 or something. Like, bitch, that's unheard of. Like, that's really good. That's
I think
really
that's
good.
second book. My first book, Dread Descendant, has a decently low rating on Goodreads. But the
Haters.
second one, and I think that's because like I put in more work. I listened like I wrote a better second book than my debut, and I hope
Yeah,
the third one's even that one.
yeah, it's growth. I mean, did you imagine that you would ever have a 3-book series? Like,
Mm-mm.
it sounds like you were like, "You know what? I'm gonna put this 1 book into the world and see what happens," and then there was a demand for 2 more books.
Yeah.
Wild. Like, there's you've got, like, good, like, career juju around you, you know? Something is definitely guiding you and pushing you towards this career, and I'm, like, so happy that when you went to New York and felt, "This isn't for me," you also didn't hesitate to say, "I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna figure out what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna not waste my time here anymore." A lot of people don't do that, or a lot of people say, "I can't leave New York because then I gave up." No, you didn't. You
And
readjusted.
I faced a lot of that with people that have known me my whole life, whether they were teachers, mentors, friends, whatever, that were just like, I mean, the big fail word got put on me very quickly. Like, I sure did fail at that. I'm going to go not fail at something else. And
Broadway is not what it's all cracked up to be. I did 1 production by, like, an oopsies accident. I, like, got into it because I was an actual bartender, and they were like, "We need somebody to bartend on stage," and I was like, "Okay." Like, yeah, I worked so hard, and the schedule was insane, and people were, like, not nice. The audiences were insane. I lost so much. It was right after that, like, COVID happened, and then I quit acting because I was like, "These audiences, they don't deserve shows." The way people act at a Broadway show now is disgusting.
I haven't been to one in so long, but I've heard, I see video posts all the time of people complaining about theater etiquette.
The last time I went and saw a show, it was at Death Becomes Her. Somebody was
Mhm.
wearing their pajamas, and they brought Tupperware, like, food that they were opened and eating, and I was like, "What are we doing?" Like, can we eat our meals later and just, like, not eat for an hour and a half? I don't understand what's happening right now. This
So
is not the theater I want to be a part of. So so I was like, "Goodbye. I'm out. I'm moving to LA." COVID shut everything down, so now my husband and I live out here. I mean, I love New York, and I love the New York community, but I'm glad that we both knew to time to go. Okay, couple more questions. What is your favorite part about being an author, and what is your least favorite part about being an author?
my favorite part, hands down, is getting to talk to readers and engage with readers, like to see comments on posts, to see like theories or things that they think, or like things that they're mad at me for in like a loving way, you know. Um, and genuinely, my least favorite thing is the fact that if I am not constantly present on social media, I will not sell books. So there's a beautiful like catch 22, because while I love talking to the people that have already found the Dread Descendant, I can't
Mhm.
stop to reach new people that have never heard of it. And the social media aspect is exhausting. It's a lot.
It seems like a lot of independent authors kinda deal with that because there isn't a huge publishing house that's pumping out their work and getting that marketing, like, if you want to sell books, you have to, for a lack of better phrase, sell yourself too. Like, here I am on socials. I have to post a TikTok. I have to post to Instagram. Like, it's exhausting. Brittany Gosson, who I narrated Dreamwalker for, she took a break over the summer because she was like, I'm burnt out. I'm just burnt out. And if sales drop from that, it's fine. I just need to focus on me. So I hope you have chances to do that too. But it's really hard when you have a new book coming out.
Well, I sort of did do that for most of the end of June and July.
Yeah, you're like,
I tired. I was able to come back to the third book and finally finish the first draft of it and feel excited about it and not feel like I was being weighed down. So it's
yeah.
definitely was always worth it.
Yeah. Okay, so you mentioned you like interacting with your readers. And there's a lot of good ones, and there's a lot of people with their theories, which I'm making this kind of a non-spoilery episode because I want more people to pick up the Dread Descendant, which is not like me because I'm usually like, I don't care if you're listening to this podcast, you should have read the book already. But here I am trying to non-spoilery. So I think like it's really fun about those theories, and I will be in your DMs after this talking to you about mine. But you said, yeah, you interact with a lot of people who like reading the comments. I have kind of a hard question. How do you feel about some of the online treatment that I feel like you've gotten and that you do not deserve in the comments about like the first draft of Dread Descendant that came out? People DNFing the book. And it's like, okay, did you give it a real try, guys? Like, come on. How do you feel about that? What do you have to say to address these people, and how does reading those make you feel? Hopefully you're like not, sucked into the internet and it doesn't ruin your day when you read something like that you can look at it and just be like, okay, that's your opinion and move on.
I've gotten there. I was not there for a long time. It wrecked me for probably the first 9 months ish of having the book out. If anyone didn't like it at all, I like had to resist the urge to be like, tell me what I could do better, because like, and legitimately, I just wanted to grow. Once I had some videos that popped off and was able to get like a wider reader base, I did find some people that were very good at constructively telling me what needed to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And thank goodness for them, because that's great. I wanted it. I craved it. As far as reviews go or a DNF, like that's fine. I DNF tons of things, shows, movies, books, albums. If it's not for you, it's not for you. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
I'm always okay with a respectful like DNF, not for me, whatever. And I'm really lucky because I don't get a lot of that in my comments. And I used to be very defensive of it if I did get it in my comments, where I'd be like, this isn't place. Like trying to educate people that you can go say that on Goodreads or in a private Discord, but like don't put it on my post, whatever. But now I'm just like, delete. Like I just can't let it affect me anymore. Um, the, you know, even the like statement that I made back in June about the original error in my first draft that got published that had the line it was still a fan fiction. Like, yes, there were some people in the comments that were negative, but I left those. If you go and read them, it is a majority of people being like supportive and being like, thank you for being honest about this, and like we can't wait for the next one. And if you're not one of those, that's okay. You can go find something else. I'm not going to beg you to stay in my space. I want people that want to be here. And I'm okay that that's not everyone. I really am. I know it's not everyone.
Yes. You're like, don't like respectfully fuck the haters. Like, then it's not for you. And that's
Right.
okay. Yeah. No. So, kind of picking out like what you said. So, in your first draft, in your first independently published draft, there was a line that you had written that was from Harry Potter, and it was in your fan fiction. You were in the world, you were having fun, you were writing, and you missed it. And that's okay. And that happens. And some people have not been able to forget that. And it's like, hello, please go do something else. But okay. And you've addressed that right away. It is in the synopsis of the book on Goodreads, on book one. Like it is you saying, hey guys, I'm going to address this right now. And then here's what the book is about. Please enjoy it. I am growing. I think that's super admirable. And a lot of people it's definitely part of the reason I read it too, because I was like, whoa, look how honest she is. Like, this is incredible. You don't get a lot of people doing that, which I really appreciated. People in the comments are saying, like, this is exactly like Tom Riddle. This is exactly like Harry Potter, blah, 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 whatever. And how does you're someone who loves Harry Potter. Are you a Slytherin? I assume you're a Slytherin, right? Yeah. My Chemical Romance theater. Hello, we're the same. How does hearing that make you feel? Like people being like, this is almost an exact copy of Harry Potter. Like, What do you want to say to them?
I have two feelings for that. One is there's like a really thin line between my two feelings and they like overlap and blur each other. One
Yeah.
is that, yeah, and it is advertised as such.
Hmm.
At least when I try and push it, when the first time I marketed it as for the Slytherins or for the girls who romanticized Tom Riddle, those were the videos that blew up. Those were the videos that got me crazy
That's
sales.
the one I saw. And I was like,
And so
subscribe.
go down the road. At the same
Hmm.
time, I believe that if I could go back and redo Dread Descendant, there are so many new ideas I have that would further pull it from its fan fiction. I'd love to do that. I'm probably not going to. I want to move on to other things, other series that I'm working on. But that was my goal. Second book with Dread
Hmm.
Prince was to ensure that it stood on its own.
Hmm.
So when I think about the lessons that I've learned and the growth that I've had, it is that there are aspects of Dread Descendant I think that are probably too close to home for it. And that's just another thing that I've learned that I want to separate and I want to create more. I want to do things that aren't just from the fan fictions that I've written. I want to have my more of my original artistic ideas put in there and not be scared to do those things. I was very scared to put more of those things into the first book.
Hmm.
And I clung to its like fan fiction original, like, like for dear life. And now it's like, I kind of wish I hadn't done that. But it's a double-edged sword. The people that love it for being a more mature Harry Potter without supporting J.K. Rowling love that. And then the people that don't like they don't. So I have learned, I do appreciate actually the feedback of, hey, I kind of think maybe this is too close to home. Um, but then, like I say, at the same time, there are people that like it, and I can't go back and change it now. It's like 530 pages.
Yes, it is. I think it's, yeah, 500 and yep. You're like, can't go back. And I bring this up, and I did give you a warning that we would talk about it because I didn't want to blindside you. I bring it up because I want to say something on your behalf. I want to say something to people who are going to listen to this and who have either not read this book or heard some things about this book or are not touching this book because they're like, oh, it's so close to Harry Potter. I think that we should be celebrating you and the fact that we have a new J.K. Rowling. We have a J.K. Rowling of our generation who is going to create these magical worlds. And yes, your starting point was Harry Potter. But like you said, you're moving into these other worlds and other series that can give us that nostalgia, that it's an okay space to read about a magical academy and these students developing things and dark pasts and family ties and stuff. Because I don't know about you, anytime I mention Harry Potter anywhere, it's no. And it's like, I agree. I agree. J.K. Rowling sucks, but we're not allowed to like Harry Potter anymore. So what are we allowed to like? And this is what I gravitate towards. So I'm
Yeah,
hoping, yeah, I'm hoping there are people out there that are looking for a new school to attend because we can't attend Hogwarts anymore.
and that's like such a high compliment. That's also kind of bittersweet and stuff,
It does
when
suck. Like,
so many of us, especially our age, like we're about the same age, so
yep,
we grew up going to midnight Harry Potter book releases. We grew up reading these. We
every
didn't
time.
just pick them when all 7 books were out. Like this was fundamental in our like artistic development and very hard to part with. Um, but popping off of what you said, I do think that opening up your arms to books like this, other authors that have gone, the fan fiction to trad published route of their Harry Potter stuff, supporting them and giving them your money honestly seems like the best middle finger you could give. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do find myself being confused by the rhetoric of like, you're not allowed to read Broken Chains because it started out as a fan fiction. And it's like, wouldn't you rather support this like person and
Yeah.
who's not giving any money to this giant conglomerate thing over here?
Yeah. And I don't understand. And maybe this is like my ignorance as not an author. I don't understand the idea that no one can be a part of that world in another and take it in another direction. Like, I understand, yes, Harry Potter has IP and copyright and things like that. I get that, and I get that the world has it. But like, why can't you create a school like it's Valcour, right? That's how you say it, Valcour. Okay, because you have a pronunciation guide and it was so helpful. I want to talk about that too. Why can't you have a school like Valcour, which is yes, the same setup, but you don't see people going after the school in Zodiac Academy.
That's
Like
true. That is a magic. Yeah.
it's a magic school. It's the same thing. You don't see people going after all of the other magical schools. I have what did I just pick up? Soul Matched is one that I'm going to read that is about another school, and you're like categorized in these school things. And then there's another one, the name I'm blanking right now. Like there's all these different magical academies that exist. Why yours? Why is yours the one getting picked on just
Yeah.
because it's closely aligned to one house of Hogwarts? That's crazy to
Yeah.
me. So
In my very, yeah, I had a really hard time parting with the idea of houses, and I was like, you have to. I was like, you have to let it go, or it's just going to be too Hogwartsy.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I'm so sorry that you've had to go through that. And thank you for like candidly talking to me about it. I know it's probably not easy and it's a little uncomfy, but I'm happy that you talked to me about it because I want people to hear your point of view. That's really important to me in these conversations. So I think you're great.
I don't want to shy away from of it. It is what it is. I want to be as authentic as possible, including acknowledging the mistakes that are made and that I'm going to continue to grow and do better. No one deserves to never exist in a space again for not producing the best quality book that they could have on their first run by themselves. And that's just how I feel about it. And like I said, if you disagree with that, that's okay. I'm not the space for you.
I'm just trying to have fun. Everybody chill. Yeah, it's hard. Okay, that's enough about you and your process. Well, it's never enough about you. This whole episode's about you. But let's talk about the Dread Descendant. Um,
Oh,
so something about me is I love to see when an author goes the extra mile. And I think you went the extra 5 miles. I have a reel in my drafts that I'm going to post to promote this episode of me starting this book and my literal reaction to one, the dedication
yeah.
made me cry. It made me cry. I was like, one, so the dedication is for you, the dreamer, and for my mother. I'm going to cry right now. I hope they have access to Earth's library in whatever galaxy you're dancing across. I don't know what your story is there, but sorry, I'm literally going to cry.
Now you've made me cry.
This is like Amy Poehler's podcast. We're just going to make each other cry. Um, I put the book down because I was like, I've never read anything so personal, and this is like my first look into like who you are as an author, and you shared that with everybody right away. And I think that that was so magical and so brave. And I think your mom has a really big part in your career. And I think that's really important. And I love that you shared that with us, and you don't have to go into any details, but I wanted you to like know that really got me right away. Then right
Thank
below
you.
it is content warning, which I loved. I loved because I
Would approve of. So
that your mother would approve of because okay, I've never seen this before. Regular content warning, but Chapters 43 and 49 are marked with serpents. These two chapters contain sexually explicit content that can be skipped with no impact on the plot and story. Huge. There are some things I can read, and I'm like, great. I read these, they were fine. There are some things, though, that I'm like, that's too far for me. I'm uncomfortable now, and I feel yucky, and I don't want to keep reading this. But I feel like I have to because it's an important part of the plot. Guild, for example, I know that there is some essay that goes down in that series. I have not started it yet. And I have been talking to somebody being like, hey, can I skip this? Because I unfortunately have experienced something in my past that I'm like, I don't think I can read this. And I appreciated this. Like, this is what this is. So, no, and you got this cute little snake over the number that like lets you know that it's like, no, no, too spicy. Skip it and it's okay. Like, you don't need this. Like, I love that. I think that that was so clever. I'm just going to keep going because every single one of these new pages, like starting this book was nuts. Okay. Now, you gave us a map. We love a map. Okay. You know what I haven't ever seen before? Realms.
Wow, there's 7 of them.
Bitch, you gave us realms. I was like, okay, okay, all right. Like going back and forth. And like I had notes. I have a little notebook that I was like writing down to like help me. You have the Dark Planet, Valcor Island, Elven Lands, Earth. Like it's like, okay, where, because I don't know about you. When I'm reading these fantasy books, I'm sitting here going, but where am I? Do I exist in this book? And does Earth exist or no? There's no Earth? And we do. We exist. Like, this is great. Loved it so much. And there's an explanation. There's 7 realms. It describes each realm, what they consist of, why they're there, why they're important. Then you have your branches of magic. So you have Shadow, Dread, and is it Aterna?
Eterna. Yeah.
Aterna. Okay, perfect. You've got boards with a QR code.
You gotta feel it.
And
You gotta be in the vibe, you
you
know?
gotta get the vibe. Now, this is my most favorite thing. This is my most favorite thing. There's only one other book, and it is my next fan cast. So it's our 3rd episode of this month that I have seen this in. And yours is the only other book. And I saw yours first because I read that book afterwards. It's Enigma by Runix. She includes a
Ooh.
playlist, and you include a playlist. I work in TV, music, television. I do like the boring legal stuff, so I don't get to like really fun get to pick all the creative things like a music supervisor. But this is my shit. Like that is my jam. When you give me things to listen to and you start off with Killer Queen, scream. Like we've got Bury a Friend, Billie Eilish, Panic at the Disco is on there, Olivia Rodrigo is on there. We've got Michael Bublé, we've got Imagine Dragons, we've got Taylor Swift, obviously. We have Cage the Elephant, Lana Del Rey, Electric Light Orchestra, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Metallica. Hello. Like a woman
No.
after my own heart. Are you kidding me? Like this playlist, I've listened to it a million times.
I love that.
Just love the music. It was truly incredible. And then you have the spicy chapters, what to listen to of like what is going down.
Mhm.
What the
Yeah.
thought put into this, and you have a pronunciation guide, which I love so much, and I'm sure your narrator loves too. And then yeah, you've got your prologue, and then it brings you right into the book. I literally was blown away by this. What sparked you to include all of that? Where lead me down like what your thought process was for that, because I think it was so smart, and I instantly was like, I love her. She's my favorite. I want to be her friend.
The playlist was such a given. It was like, I have to share this because I need them all to know that if this was a screenplay, this is sort of the music that I would want to be
Hmm.
different themes, just the
Yeah.
essence of all these things. And it was actually very, very last minute that I did those 2 spicy themes, those songs. But I think I just went so deep into it in my head that I needed to share all those details. Like, when I listen to those 2 songs, I can picture the scene absolutely perfect, like lighting, cinematography, just the smell in the room, the vibe, everything, like, it's all there, and so I wanted to give as much of that within me to y'all as possible so that you could feel it too,
Yeah.
and
I was like, "Oh, she's thinking like an artist. Like, she's thinking like a performer. She's thinking like somebody in Hollywood would think." Like, you were light years ahead of people who have not even had things in development from adaptations of books to television. Like, usually, yeah, they're bringing the author in to, like, consult on these things, and you're like, "Got it right here. Here you go." Like, which is
I mean,
incredible because if
14 and I'll tell
or
you
if or when this ever gets picked up, you're ready to go. Like, it's incredible. What streaming network or studio would you want to see this on? And would you wanna see it as a television series or a movie?
ooh, that's tough. I think a series.
Mhm,
I Unless you're willing to do, like an 8-hour movie, you know? I
mhm,
think a series. I think that the graphic content and not just sexual, but the language, the violence, all that's really important through the story.
mhm.
So it would have to be something like HBO, Stars, that kind of thing that like they handle that kind of content. Yeah. If something lands on my desk, I'm gonna move forward with it.
Mhm. I don't have many connections to where I work, but if I ever do and somebody is looking for something, I will say, "Read this. I know the author."
I think so good on screen. I think it, especially the ballroom scenes in the Gilded Age, like setting that it's in, like lavish turn of the century world that you're in.
Yeah.
This book and the second book takes place in a different realm entirely, but I think that could be so beautiful on screen and so well done.
And that would be so great for a series with, like, having the second book taking place in a different realm. It's like, cool, you have a new setting, you have characters looking different, you have new costumes, you have all of these different ideas. That's so fun to play with. Yeah, I love that it's like it very much is like The Gilded Age and Bridgerton and Harry Potter and the Magicians. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
love that.
that's, like, how I was picturing the world in my head, and each character, we have Maeve Sinclair, love. Oh my god, what a s just from the first scene where she's sitting there having tea and her dad is having this conversation. Okay, so we're back after a brief technical difficulty and a coloring change of my studio. So what I was talking about was the beginning scene where Maeve is out on the balcony drinking her tea and she is listening to her dad and he comes out and is like, "Oh, I didn't know you were here." And she was like, "You didn't ask. Like you didn't check." And I was like, "Scream. I love her." So
I
Maeve
think that's such a
Sinclair,
good introduction for her. I'm so glad you agree.
the perfect introduction. So she gave me Blair Waldorf vibes right
Absolutely.
away.
Absolutely.
Immediately. Immediately. Then, of course, Mal, pure malachite, which I'm a crystal girly. So the properties of malachite and like knowing what they mean and how that connects to his character makes me scream. And I love it. I
No one
love
has
it.
ever said this to me.
What?
Ever. So I'm
I
like, you have no idea. Like my jaw's hurting from grinning.
It's literally like the properties of protection.
Yeah.
It's protection.
Emerald.
It's emerald and it's her protection.
Yeah.
And if you have malachite, it's like that dreamer.
Yeah.
It's a creative stone. I immediately was like, "I see what you're doing."
And that makes
I
me so
cannot believe nobody has put that together. That's crazy to me. Or maybe
no.
they have and they just haven't said anything. Well, I'm gonna put it on all the threads so everybody reads it. Loved that. They're dynamic. So we've got 3 main characters for this series. We've got Reeve, who is our dragon shifter
Mhm.
daddy, shadow daddy, causer. That's what he is. He's an issue.
Mhm.
I like him. He's an issue. And we've got Maeve Sinclair, who's our female main character. She is super smart. She is pretty well off. She's very powerful. more than she knows, and she's going to discover. Then we've got Malachite Pure, who is her love interest and trainer, and also enemy at the same time. One character I didn't expect to fall in love with so much was Ambrose, Maeve's dad. Love him. Did you expect, and I'm not the only one, did you expect everybody to be like, okay, daddy?
No. Like when that started happening, I was like, I remember I messaged my best friend Judith, and I was like, it's like, what am I missing? I was like, I didn't intentionally do this at all, and she was like, you didn't? And I was like, no, like he was never supposed to be daddy.
Like, so I had to ask you because in my first half reading it, not at all. Not at all the headspace I had it in. Then we get to like more, and like I'm trying not to be spoilery, but we get to more of like what he's doing, right? Like what his line of work is and who he is working with. And I'm going, okay, sir. Like, and I saw other people saying
Mhm.
that too, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, it's the, I hate to do another Harry Potter comparison, but it's the Lucius Malfoy
Oh my god, it
effect
totally is.
of like, sir. And like when you age into it, you're like, yeah, these boys can be boys, but like, what's that man doing? What's
Yeah.
that adult
And it
man doing?
Yeah, I'm not complaining about it at all. Like when those messages and comments started happening, I was confused but not mad. Like
Yeah.
whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, I love it. I love that you have a character like that that was a surprise.
Totally.
Love that so much. Okay, now I, we've been talking a whole bunch, and I don't want this episode to be 2 hours. So I want to jump into our fan casts. Okay.
Yay.
So you shared with me your Pinterest board. And so I put together a little graphic thing that I'm going to share with you that has some of your selections and a few of my selections, and we can go through and talk about it. I know. I'm pretty
Yay.
pumped. Also, oh wait, other characters, Abraxas,
Yeah.
who's I love the pronunciation says it's this is my favorite. Wait. Where it is? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Abraxas, not sass, though he has that. And he does. I love him, and I love Zimzi. Um, so
Yeah.
um, weird fact about me: I have a sister named Andrea that is like 10 years older than me, but she's my best friend. I don't call her Andrea; I call her Zim.
How cute.
And so when she was like really young, and like I've just known her like that my whole life because when she was really young, she couldn't say cinnamon, and she said Zimazin. And my family just started calling her Zim. And so when I was first introduced to Zimzy, I went, oh my God. So the whole time reading, I'm picturing my sister. And so who I've picked for her is very reminiscent of what my sister looks like, who is like nothing like me. But she's also a blonde. And so I'm like, this is who I think of. I just thought that was like such a weird coincidence
That
because you
is
don't,
so funny.
isn't that strange? Like
Now
you don't
I'm
hear that.
no. I'm regretting that they never I don't think they ever affectionately call her Zim, even in the second book. I'm mad at
Hmm.
that.
Throw it in. Throw it
I'm
in,
mad
please.
because
I
Zim
love
is
like
adorable.
Zim. It's just like Zim, and like a lot of people would. Other thinking was like everybody has been like, oh, like Invader Zim, and it's like, no. I mean, I love that show, but no, like she couldn't. Oh my God, Gurr is so cute.
Her had a
Gurr.
little fur hoodie. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
from Hot Topic. We're the same person.
Yeah.
We live the same 2008 lifestyle. But yeah, I loved her character so much, and like just that character name stuck with me right away, like kind of hit like a personal side, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna share my screen with you.
Fun.
You can see it. Okay, great. So I did take the artwork from your main three characters from your artist. Can you tell me a little bit about your artist, who she is, how you found her, how they came up with this?
So
Because I'm blown away.
so incredible. I so I actually just got those are watercolor paintings, like literal
Yes.
paintings. I just got them in the mail. Like I did an unboxing video this morning. And like I haven't even messaged her yet to be like, I got them. They are even more gorgeous in person. They are literal paintings. And I'm
Yeah.
just can't comprehend how someone made this. She's phenomenal.
She's
Phenomenal.
amazing. What's her name? Karina is it Giada?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, Karina, if you're listening to this and we're saying your name wrong, we're so sorry, but we love your work.
Please she knows. She knows. Okay.
I have seen small tangent. I have seen some of the most dog shit AI art junk going around for like bless all of the independent artists who are trying to get their character art made and are getting duped by all these people being like, "Oh, no, I'm a real artist." And they're like throwing shit into Chat GPT and lying to them. Like, I feel really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. There's people lying left and right about their art.
Their art. It looks like she's not like that, which is so amazing and very rare. And so this stood out like in right away. And I love that you have little prints and people can buy them. You sell them at your tables at events and stuff too. It was so easy to bring the characters that I like had in my head and like mesh it with who this character art is. That's exactly how I saw it. Like I said, Blair Waldorf was like one of who I
Mhm.
was starting to think of. This is who we've got for Maeve. I put two of your choices in there
Okay.
and one of my choices. I chose Alicia Newton.
Okay.
That would be this girly right here. I chose her. She is from a show called My Life with the Walter Boys on Netflix. This is a show that I work on with Sony. And so I've been in the midst of I rewatched the first season for work and the second season just came out. So I was watching it to make sure that all the music we did is properly done.
Uh-huh.
And she has like had such a character arc change from the first and second season. And I was like, I just see her as Maeve. Like, this is her to me. Like, she's a good student, like, but she's got kind of
Oh, you're
like a
really watching
sassy,
it now.
mean streak. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Disclaimer, it is a Canadian television show, so it's a little bit like, not good, respectfully. Like, it's just like a very low budget.
I am here for the vibes, baby, every time.
It's cute. It's cute. If you like The Summer I Turned Pretty, this is like The Summer I Turned Pretty from Wish, and I like it. So I like it. I love that show. So I chose her. Um, please walk me through your two choices. Adelaide Kane, I've never heard of, and Anya Taylor-Joy, I have, and I like forgot this girl can have brown hair.
Okay. I love her with brown hair. Love
Yes.
it. And then I see her blonde and I'm like, nope, that's it. You were born. This is you. That's it. But then I see
Yeah.
her with brunette. Okay. Let me backtrack.
Go for it.
Adelaide Queen played Mary Queen of Scots on a show called Reign that the CW did. She is so good at playing this femininely strong woman.
Hmm.
And that is why my like writing Maeve, it was always Adelaide Kane's face. Always.
Yeah.
And because she just did such a good job of being soft and a badass, like, and being assertive, but like letting people close to her. Like, she played that role so well, so
Hmm.
well.
Hmm.
So it's very Maeve. But Anya Taylor Joy has these unique features that are so Maeve to me. Not that Adelaide Kane's not absolutely drop dead gorgeous. She is. Anya just she has this almost like magical look about her.
She's
And I think,
ethereal.
yes, that's the
She's
perfect way.
literally she is the perfect fantasy realm girl.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
But that's
She
also why she's on my Whimsy board.
yes. Okay, she is. And so I was like, if I had to choose, I would pick Anya Taylor-Joy as Zimzy as well
Me too.
because my choice is very similar. Yes. Yes. Okay, so I love these Maeve choices. I like Adelaide Kane as like I fully agree. I have never watched Rain. I was doing a vampire Diaries rewatch, and then I was gonna go into the originals, and then I was gonna watch Rain. I'm on like a mid 2000s CW kick right
Yeah.
now. Let's watch some CW shows. I miss those. They don't make
I
TV
love it.
like that anymore. It makes me sad,
No,
and I wish they
no.
would. I'm gonna watch. I think I'm gonna watch City of Bones tonight. Mortal Instruments, the movie. It's like baby Lily Collins too. So great.
Oh
Who I
my
feel
gosh,
like
and then it's Jamie Bauer, isn't it?
yes, they're like babies. They're babies. It's crazy to me. It's wild. So I'm like, I saw that pop up on my Fire Stick and was like, oh my God, I think I want to watch this tomorrow. I'm going to watch it while I fold laundry. Now, let's move on to Mal.
I had so many
Okay.
Mal options on there.
So many Mal options. First of all, this center picture of who is this man? Simon?
I actually it is occurring to me that I've never looked at his name. He is Regal from Tearsmith.
He he literally his name is Simon or Simone
Bella
Baldasseroni?
Yeah, that looks right to me.
Baldasseroni? He literally looks I just punched my microphone, I'm too excited. He looks like this exact drawing.
Yeah, he does. That's
Like,
because Karina put I was like she was like, "Who?" And I was like, "This guy and young Bill Skarsgård." And she was like, "I got you." And then this
there
art exists.
I found this picture of him. I was like pulled up this picture and I was like, "Oh my God, he's literally wearing a turtleneck sweater and this blazer, but it's like reverse colors and his hair is the same." I was screaming. So I was like, "I'm putting this on here." He's the correct
Yeah,
choice. He's the
the
correct
correct
choice. There's
I
no
know.
going back. There's no going
I know.
back. It's
I
him.
know.
I pictured Dylan Minnette from 13 Reasons Why, um, who is
This.
also the lead singer of the band Wallows. This gentleman
Yeah.
right here, this is what he looks like now. So he's got a little bit more like shaggy hair. I don't think his facial features are correct. I think they need to be like more sharp and prominent, like this guy's.
But he has that, like, tall, slender, dark hair, pale skin.
Pale skin, kind of just like rugged, like boy, where you're like,
Uh.
all right. This is who I was picturing. And then I pulled up your Pinterest board and I was like, no, these two are correct. Walk me through your choices with him. Uh, and Mr. Hero Finesse Tiffin.
Yeah, Hero Fines, I think is yeah, that's Ray
Fiennes.
Fiennes. Is that how you
Oh,
say
that's
I
Ray
think that's how you
Fiennes. Are you shitting
that's
me?
his nephew or yeah,
That makes so much
nephew or
sense.
son? It's not his son, I don't think. I think it's, like, his nephew.
I'm sitting here being like, Finesse. What?
He was
Okay,
not
yeah,
on my
walk me through.
radar at all, like, he was not on my radar at all until fans or people, readers, started being like, "Look at him," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's also got like, he's got such a Resand vibe to him.
He does, very much
Mm-hmm.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
Yeah, he cute.
Yeah.
But
Back to Mr. Baldasseroni.
yeah, so when we were actually at Tea and Tropes, Enemies and Lovers, on my plane ride there, my best friend Judith that was meeting me there was like, "You have to watch the Tearsmith, like, you
Was
have
she
to."
the one in the really pretty ball gown dress? In like she was
That's
had
Amanda,
like a really
the redhead.
okay. Amanda,
Yeah,
she was so
the
pretty.
brunette.
I know. I was like,
No, they're
look at your beautiful dress.
the whole day, we, like, made jokes about the dress because, like, everywhere we walked, people were just like, "I love your dress. I love your dress. I love your dress."
And you're like, I'm the author. I'm here.
Oh, I love they can have a little bit of attention, it's okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But, she was like, "You've gotta watch this on the flight," and so I did. And then that night after the convention, we all watched it again in the hotel room,
Hmm.
and whole time, even Amanda, the one in the ball gown, was just like, "Yeah, that's Mal.
Yep.
That's Mal." It was just ridiculous, like,
Yeah.
even the character that he plays that is a sort of, like, moody, brooding, but, like, very charming and can have these moments pop through where you're just like, "Hello?"
Hmm.
He's so protective of her. He did so great in that role. So, yeah,
Oh
that's
my
my
God.
Mal.
The Tearsmith. Okay.
Yeah. It
Where
was a
is that
book.
on?
Netflix. It's an
Okay.
Italian film, but there is a
Okay.
sub and a dub, and the dub is very good.
Ooh,
Uh,
amazing. I have some friends who do the dubbing for Netflix,
oh,
so
nice.
maybe it's them.
Okay, cool.
No,
Yeah, who knows?
he's so perfect and, like, is an actual actor, which matters, I think, a lot in the fan casting episodes I do. I try to steer clear of people that are like, "He looks exactly like them," and I'm like, "Totally. Can they act? No,
Fair
they're like a
object.
sunglasses model." Yeah, and it's like, "No."
Yeah,
They have to
yeah,
be able to act. These are actors.
yes. This is
Yeah,
a fan cast, yes. Yeah, so
yeah, fan
he's
he's
mhm.
lovely. When I pulled that picture up and put it side by side, I went, "Oh my god." And yeah, I can definitely see Skarsgård in the eyes.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, in the eyes, 100%. Like, I feel like he we could get a Skarsgård playing Mal, but I think Mal has to be, like, a little bit younger.
He does.
A
That's
little
why
younger.
Bill Skarsgård in Hemlock Grove is so
Mhm.
Mal. Bill
Oh my
Skarsgård's
god, yeah.
pretty young in that. It's pretty
Yeah,
old.
oh my god, I haven't watched Hemlock Grove in forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's who Mal was in my head writing it because that was 10 years ago. But
Yes.
I agree now.
Yeah.
Mal can
Mhm.
Bill Skarsgård can play somebody else in the film.
Yeah. Could be nope, I'm not gonna talk about that yet. I have an idea. Okay, I brought Reeve into this one. Reeve is a little bit more prominent in book 2.
Yes.
Okay, so and I haven't gotten there yet, but Reeve has had his moments in book 1, and so, okay,
I'm upset.
I picked one of yours because I'm really proud of my choices.
I am too.
Amazing. Yeah, you have
Tell
Paul Telford. I think this is, like, from Hercules, right? I think this is a clip from it, too. I
Mhm.
found a picture. He 100%, like, can
Mhm.
totally see it. I feel like he's, like, a little too beefy in, like, some of the pictures
I
I've
can agree
seen,
with that.
and I feel like Reeve is ripped but very tall and, like, a little bit more, like, lanky, menacing. This is, like, such a weird thing. When I was reading it, I was picturing Keanu Reeves, but
People tell me this.
young Keanu Reeves, like, early I don't know why. It's just it was boom, in my head right away.
I love that. No, I
It's
love that.
just your description and, like, his hair and, like, the jawline and stuff, I was like, "That's Keanu Reeves," but that's, like, early like, 80s, early 90s Keanu Reeves with, like, the shaggy hair. So I tried to find 2 actors that I feel really brought that to life. This middle guy, Joel Oliet,
You
he is also from the Walter Boys. He is one of the
okay.
football players. He is a native Canadian actor. Um, he's so pretty. He's so pretty, like stunning. And
Looking him up.
he plays he plays a jock. He plays a football player, and so I was like, okay, like he has the look, he has the body. I haven't seen him play anything moody, but I think he could do it based on some of his previous works. He's in a ton of stuff, a lot of
Ugh,
sci-fi things. He's in some horror things, so I'm like, there's a darkness to his acting. And then
I
I
love that.
chose Nicholas Cirillo from Outer Banks.
Ooh,
He's from Outer Banks, and he sometimes, I think lately, he has had like an eyebrow shave, and I know Mal is the one that's got our lovely scar, but I didn't
mhm.
see him as Mal. I saw him as Reeve because he's just got these like this the cheekbones. He's got this like natural like gaunt cheekbones and these really just pitch black eyeballs. And
I
that's
love
just
that.
he's so cute and they both have long hair.
He's
So
also got nice lips.
he's got beautiful lips, which are very important.
For some people, you know?
Are very important. Yes. So I picked those two guys right off the bat. You also had Mr. Gossip Girl. What is his name? Tom. Oh,
Oh, Thomas how do you say his last name?
Oh,
Dirty?
something. Doherty. Yeah, Thomas
Yeah.
Doherty.
Yeah.
Scottish Thomas Doherty. You have him. I didn't put him on here because we fan cast him as Rhysand.
I see that a lot. Yeah, I could totally he'd be such a good Reese. Oh my
He'd be such a
god.
good Rhys because he's very attractive, but he's like not conventionally attractive. He's like kind of scary. He's like a little bit like, oh, hi there. Like he could scare the hell out of me. And Feyre describes seeing him for the first time and seeing Rhysand for the first time and being genuinely afraid of him. And I think that's something like a lot of people miss with the fan cast is they're like, oh no, he's like beautiful. And you're like, yeah, but she's scared of him.
Yeah, he
For
needs to have that underlining unsettling, he could snap your neck. Will
yeah.
he?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like Thomas Doherty has that
He totally
look and that same vibe. And Reeve is not as similar to Rhysand, totally different character, but like I get the same vibe. He's the shadow daddy. Like, hello.
Yes. Yeah. Which was a term I had never heard until, like, I started trying to market my book, and I was looking into things, like, tropes and things like that, and I was like, "Shadow daddy." I was like, "I get it. I get it."
Yes. Mm-hmm. Shadow daddy is
I love
into
that.
it. And now you got your,
Yeah.
yeah, your Azraels, you got your Hunt Athelars, and your, everybody's got their.
I read Crescent City. I've got to.
You haven't read it yet?
No.
Oh
I
my
haven't
God,
read
you
the
have
rest of that.
to. Okay, it's really hard to get into. It's like kind of annoying at the start, but like keep going. Like it's tough. And then when she mentions Jelly Jubilee, which is like a My Little Pony thing, just like skip through that. That's like also weird too, but it makes
Hilarious,
sense.
okay. Okay.
It's like very quirky, but I really like it.
I
I
love
did
it.
like it a lot. I think the second one in Crescent City, House of Air and Breath or something, it's the best one. Okay, that's my Reeve. And then I put the rest of our characters all on one slide.
Love it. I'm totally here for this, Billy casting.
Okay. Let me take you through my journey. Now, Ambrose. First person in my head was Pedro Pascal. And I was
That's
like, okay. And then halfway through the book, when you start to learn more, I said, he ain't it. And then it changed slightly to John Hamm, but John Hamm from Mad Men.
Mad Men, yes.
And I was like, that's not him anymore, though. And so then I
Hmm.
was thinking about, okay, people in power, people undermining some people, right? Like I was like thinking, and I went, the morning show.
Oh my god.
Like, he's him. He's charismatic and scary when he needs to. And if anything ever happens to him, you will be devastated. I love Billy Crudup. I think he is such an
Oh,
amazing actor and totally picture him. However, your choice, Oscar Isaac, hello.
he's so beautiful.
He's and he's also perfect. He's got like like they can do both, right? Like they can be the father and they can be the daddy that everybody
Yes.
is pulling him into. So, when did you have Oscar Isaac like in your head when you were writing it?
No, not until I saw Dune. And when I saw him in Dune, I was like, "That's Ambrose," like, in my
Mhm.
mind.
Mhm.
He was very faceless in my head for a long time, was just a character.
Yeah.
But, yeah, when I saw Dune, because he still has that, like, military strength and control,
Yeah.
but the ability to play this very tender, loving, fun person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like his what is his Star Wars character? I'm blanking on his name right now, but I'm a bad Star Wars fan. Like thinking like him, right? Because like going back to Mal, like Mal was definitely inspired by Anakin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like I right away was like Anakin Skywalker from the third one. Like, oh no, like the I hate you. Like that guy. I was like fully got that vibe in my head. Justice for Hayden Christensen. He didn't get the love he deserved.
He was Yes, that's all I'll say. I agree with you. Yep,
He was
he
so
didn't get
good, and everybody shit on him, and he worked really hard, and it ruined his career, and now he's back, and people are loving him the way that he deserved,
I love
and I love
him.
that.
Mhm.
I
He
was
did
so
all of
mad.
that lightsaber stuff himself.
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 That was real. Ugh, and
Not
the
double
kid
time, not half time and sped up. Like, that's just
he did
he
that.
just did.
He did that, and he doesn't get enough credit, and he does it, like, live at, like, he'll go to Comic
I
Cons and
love
stuff, and
it. I love
he'll pull
it.
one out and start and it's like, he worked really hard, and all of you shit on him because he was emotional, like the character is supposed to be. It's so
Yeah.
stupid. I hope that there's
And
been
he's
growth.
so young, and at that
He was a
point, didn't
baby.
have, like, years of acting under his belt, years of big roles, something as big as Star Wars. Like, it's okay if someone's first attempt at something isn't perfect, okay?
Right. Yes. Theme of
Really.
the episode. It's the theme of the episode. Haters back off. Like, haters back off. Okay, so Abraxas, we had the same person. So I just
Shut
put
up.
hands down Tom Blythe, like, but
Yeah,
specifically Tom Blythe as President Snow. Like,
okay. Yeah, I
that's who
mean,
it
yeah,
is. Like,
yes, I agree.
looks wise, not I don't feel personality wise at all, characterization wise, but
No.
looks wise, it's Tom Blythe blonde. It's
Yeah,
blonde, and I feel like I see Abraxas would be wearing this type of outfit, the cute coat, like the nice collar, like slick back. So I was like, it's this
yeah,
picture. This is what we need to come to life.
yes.
Zimzy.
I love
Okay.
your pick. Our
Do
picks
you
are
know
so similar to
they're
this.
so similar. That's why I was like, you have to Anya Taylor-Joy has to stay as like the blonde.
Mhm.
Millie Alcock from uh people will know her from House of the Dragon and the
Yeah.
new Sirens show. I was
I crave.
thinking of her character from Sirens because she's so cute.
Uh-huh.
She's just like a cute and with the blonde and like kind of a flipped out like little hairdo. Like I just really saw Zimzy as her or also yes, Anya Taylor-Joy, 100%, but has to be like classic blonde Anya Taylor-Joy with like the big
Mhm.
doe eyes.
Yes.
Um and then yeah, like her and Abraxas the blondes, I feel like that they would go really well, and that's all I chose. I chose like
I
the main few because I haven't met everybody yet.
I know. I mean, that's all I have on my fan cast boards, I think.
I love them. Okay, well, I'm glad that we we got to share them because I was like, well, I want to know
Fantastic.
what your fan casts are. Is there any actors that you really like that you are kind of molding any characters for the upcoming book 3 with them in mind?
What a question. Wow.
And you're like, "And I'm not answering it."
No, there
You don't have
definitely
to.
is.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but I'm not gonna say it. Okay.
Yeah, no, don't say it. Don't say it because you just announced that you have another book coming. Like, 2 weeks ago? A
Maybe
week
just
ago?
last week.
I think it was last week. And it came out and I went, "Yes, amazing." So yeah, don't say anything about it. Is there anything about, like, the release of book 3 that you are most excited about?
I'm excited that it's gonna be a pre-holiday release.
Mhm.
Uh, because I feel like I don't know, winter makes me sad. I'm not a winter girl, so like I
Mhm.
read, consume a lot once it gets cold.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of excited for that. The holidays are not always like a happy time for everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited to have this out in time for that span of cold that's not always awesome for everyone. So that like maybe that can be like a happy thing for you.
I love
Um,
that.
yeah, but we'll also be doing like a special edition set of all three. Like it'd be right after that one comes out. So like a 3-book box set that's different art from even like the paperback and the hardbacks that I have now. So I'm
Oh my
thrilled.
gosh, that's so exciting. That's so
Yeah.
exciting. Probably like pretty sprayed edges
I'm
and
oh, Lord have mercy. It's a lot, but
Truly. Like, they're all trophies, though. Like, books are trophies now.
yes. Yeah.
And so it's like, I want all of the copies because I want my bookshelf to look pretty.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh my gosh. Well, Elsie, this has been amazing. I have
So,
loved
so
talking to you. I've just loved talking to you. I hope that we stay connected and stay in my DMs. And
well, I can edits now. I know. So
did you
yeah.
see them? Did you go to their show at all?
No, but I had so many friends that did, and whatever. I did have a friend that went. She brought me
The yay or
one of
nay.
from the concert, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Thank you."
Yeah, it was a very good experience. It was so fun to like see them.
Oh,
I cried. Um, I'm
I
just
would have.
emotional. I like cry at music. I cry at things, music, television. It's like free zone. I have that like emotional response to art. And yeah, it was great, but I am really hopeful that they have new music coming or they have an album that was never finished that they're maybe finishing.
Oh my gosh.
Based on some of the things that they said and like performed there, I think that they
Oh
might
my
have some new
god.
stuff going. So I'm really, really hoping for it. And we can have
That would
that
be
as
so
My Chemical Romance girlies.
millennial. My Chemical Romance millennials.
Yeah, My Chemical Romance millennials. I got married this last October and I
Oh,
walked down the aisle to Helena.
girl, why wasn't I there?
We didn't meet yet. We didn't meet yet.
That's so
It was great.
awesome. I
It
love
was
that for
really,
you.
my dress was, I had a black lace, like black and white lace dress. I'll send you wedding pictures. I'm so glad that you are a fellow My Chemical Romance fan, a fellow Slytherin. And thank
Yes.
you so much for talking to me today and sharing your fan cast.
Yay! Thank you for having me. This was crazy fun.
We'll have to do it again. And maybe next time I have you on, we will read the same book and we'll fan cast somebody else's book.
I would love that.
Let's do that. All right. Bye, Elsie.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you for listening to another episode of FanCastic with our authors aside. It was such a joy to talk to Lauren Cate. I cannot wait to read book 2, and I am so excited for her release of book 3. I wish her all the good things in the world. It is so fun to watch her grow as an author, and I'm happy to now call her my friend. Remember to visit her website, look at any of her merch, check out some of that artwork, go to her Instagram. She has a link tree there that will lead you to all the things that you need. Check out the audiobook, throw her some love, follow her, give her some support. Now, I need you to do the same for me too. Please follow FanCastic, subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave a review on Apple, Spotify. The more you guys interact with me, the more people are going to listen to this. And I really want to grow this community. So please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next week for our second fan cast of the month. Goodbye.